This is Multiplaying, episode 12 on October 23rd, 2009.
Everybody online, looking good.
A companion podcast to the collaborative blog and gaming community that's playing as life allows. This is Multiplaying.
Well, let's start the insanity.
We have clearance, Clarence. Roger. What's our vector, Victor?
Hello?
Great heavens! What kind of radio show is this?
On the show today, we have myself, Shannon, and we have Jason.
Hello.
And we have Kurt.
Hello.
And we have Todd.
How's it going?
And what are we currently playing, drinking, Jason?
Drinking Atwater Block Brewery Dirty Blonde Ale. Yeah.
Is that related to the Dirty Redhead?
No, it's like a real beer.
This is legit. This isn't something we made up.
You can read a description.
Out of leftovers. The description, made with unmalted wheat, coriander, and orange peel to help you live smart and enjoy every day. Beer is good. I shouldn't be any commercials or anything. I did not sell that appropriately.
No, you did not.
Sounds more like Snapple.
It did sound like a Snapple.
Yeah. Yes.
Ew.
Drink on your lunch hour or something in the morning.
It's the lunch beer. That's what it is. Breakfast beer.
This brewery I used to live nearby, they had, my favorite slogan was Brew 22. The slogan was, because you're not 21 anymore.
Nice. Kurt, it is your first time on the show. You're kind of
I didn't even say what I was playing.
Oh, damn. I'm moving on from you so quickly. You didn't play anything all week.
No, I didn't even get to say what I was playing.
All right, what are you playing?
Nothing really.
Okay. Jackass.
I had a busy week.
Yeah. Kurt, you're new to the show. This is your first show, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, and you play Cavallina in the guild, on our Ion guild, Ataraxia. And what is Cavallina?
A Templar.
She's tough, I know that. And how long you been with us? Like a month?
Yeah, about that. About a month and a half.
Gotcha. I'm really good at this, as you can tell. What you been drinking?
I am drinking a glass of port wine.
Nice. Classy. Yeah. Have you been playing anything else besides Ion?
Just pretty much Ion's all I've had time for lately.
Yeah.
What level are you at?
26. I don't want to fall behind. Everyone's kind of around that level right now. Like, there's a couple people that are much higher, but there's a good
Those
group
are freaks.
of us.
Don't worry about those people. Those are weirdos.
There's a good group of us around this level, so I'm trying to just stay in touch.
Yeah, I'm 26, so you're good.
I need to move up. I'm 23. I'm really starting to fall behind.
Yeah,
you have your leash ability?
Yes.
Isn't that badass?
That is.
That looks awesome. That skill makes me want to roll Templar.
Yeah, that is cool.
Yeah, when we get to the Ion section, I'll tell you how I was told a noob because I didn't have that.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Cool.
All right. Good job, noob. So, Todd, what's the beverage in the game?
I'm drinking a screwdriver and a little bit of Ion and a little bit of Team Fortress. But the big one, I've been traveling a lot, so I downloaded a game called Dungeon Hunter to my iPod.
Oh, yeah.
Is that good?
Yeah, it's actually pretty nice.
Is it free?
No.
How much is it?
It's a premium. I don't think there's anything more than $10. I think it's maybe $5 or $6.
That's the Diablo type game, isn't it?
Sort of. It's more of a set quest line and storyline, but yeah, it's similar look to Diablo. That sort of perspective, almost 3D look. And you kind of click to move around and kill monsters and collect gear, pretty much. Yeah, there's a quest line, but I've kind of got to the point where most role-playing games, kind of the stories aren't so engaging anymore. Kind of heard it all before, so I rather just sort of hack and slash my way through.
Gotcha.
So I'm looking forward to that Torchlight.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Kill things. That's what I want to do.
Does it have a virtual D-pad?
I think it does, but I've been the dangerlands game we're making is touch to move, so I've been playing it that way just to kind of get a feel for how that interface works.
Oh, so it will touch to move on Dungeon Hunter?
Yeah, that's all you're gonna have. There's no steering or D-pad or anything.
Okay, that's better because anytime there's that you can only use a D-pad on the iPod, iTouch, it always seems janky to me.
Yeah, I played a few. The mini gore, I've been playing that as well. That one has kind of two virtual joysticks, and that one works out really well.
Does Dungeon Hunter have online at all?
No, it's a single player game.
Single player. Does it have classes?
Yeah, you can be, a tank, a wizard, or a rogue type player.
Is there loot?
Yes.
And do I level up?
It's nice. It's auto equips your stuff, so you don't have to. The interface is kind of hard to have a lot of options.
Uh-huh.
So to choose the best gear might take you an hour. So this just hit a button and it automatically applies the best gear you have.
Oh, yeah. I love it when they do that. Does it have leveling up?
Yes.
I think you said that.
I may have to buy this then. I'm just checking. I'm going through my checklist of shit I need in that game.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty fun. Looks nice. Plays pretty well. The only drawback is it sucks down your battery.
Oh, I imagine.
I was playing at the airport, and then I didn't have any juice left to listen to podcasts. I had downloaded a couple of Dead Worker TF2 podcasts, but couldn't listen to them because I ran out of power.
Yeah, I'm trying to catch up with those. I'm on like number 7.
I'm on 1.
I wasn't going to, but then I kept hearing all these people saying, that were writing in on their current podcast, and saying how, I caught up within like 2 days. And I'm like, what, were you listening to it 24/7? I mean, they have almost 100 shows out, and they're all over like an hour. So I'm like, wow, these people are like living it. And I'm like, well, I should probably go back and see what the pre-warp days were like.
I just listened to the last couple, and then, of course, episode 50, because everyone kept talking about it, so I had to go get it.
Is it like watching like a sitcom where you go back and watch old ones and their hair is all different? And they're wearing Miami Vice clothes.
Yeah, everything's pastel.
Well, it's funny is that in the early ones, Wes is always going, dynamite!
See, exactly. What you talking about? Talking about this.
50, yeah, you commented on 50, and I was like, okay, I haven't heard that when I listened to it, and it's like totally not like any other show. It's like a special scripted show, and I was like, holy crap, what is this? And it was entertaining. It was very entertaining.
Yeah, we put a lot of effort into that one.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
So that's what I've been.
That's what you've been playing.
Yeah, and we're spending a lot of time working on Dangerlands because we're gonna put that out pretty soon.
How soon?
We're still on track to release it, the first version in November.
Nice. That's very soon.
Yes.
Do you want to talk about that now, or Shannon? You need to talk about what you've been.
Oh, well, yeah, I'll cover mine real quick. I have an Atwater Dunkel. It is a dark lager. Atwater black beers are brewed using traditional German methods to create a distinctly fresh and flavorful character.
You're supposed to just tell us what you're drinking. You're not supposed to read what's on the bottle.
That's what it says here.
This episode of Multiplaying is brought to you by
Atwater Black Brewery in Detroit, Michigan. Well, I have to like embellish my drink.
www.atwaterbeer.com.
I'm trying to get their CEO to come on the podcast one day.
No, I have to build up my drink because I haven't been playing anything except Ion. So I have nothing else to talk about. So let's move on to Dangerlands, I guess. So you're on track for November. We do have a couple of questions for.
First, why don't you?
Wait. First, we should. No, me first. Shut up.
Okay.
You want to host?
No.
I didn't think you did. First, we should give out the website, www.dangerlands.com. That's a brand new website, so there's more information coming.
Yeah, basically, I said, hey, Dave, I'm doing a podcast tonight. Is there a website yet? He said, let me throw something up.
Nice.
So there'll be more there, but that's going to be the main site.
Does it just say under construction?
No,
pretty much.
There's stuff there.
Yeah. So basically, in case you haven't seen my post or heard me drone on about it, I'm helping this team make a MMO, which will be playable on the iPod, web browser, or a standalone game on your PC. And it's going to be coming out as a very small sort of one zone. All you have is player versus player killing, but the combat and the kind of core of it will be there. And then we'll do updates maybe every month and a half, and add on more stuff to it. So it's not going to be like Ion, but it will hopefully be fun, and it's optimized for the iPhone, so you'll actually be able to play.
That is cool. And it's obviously multiplayer.
Yep.
So it's PvP, I would assume.
Yeah, so it's kind of fantasy, but not traditional style. It's kind of looks like a Wii game almost, very cartoonish.
Gotcha.
But it's not like happy fun time cartoon. It's a little more darker.
Kill 'em cartoons.
Yeah. Kind of like if I were to make a cartoon.
How much will it be initially?
So the plan is, I'm not really on the business side, I'm more on the building the world side. But the plan, I believe, is the iPhone app will cost however much an iPhone app costs. And I assume the way Dave's done in the past is cheap at first, and then as the expansions roll in, the price will go up. So if you buy it early, I think you'll be able to get the expansions for free. So early adopters kind of help us build the rest of it. The PC version will be free, and the web version will be free, and then there'll be kind of micro transaction content. So you can buy new heads or new skins for your body, that kind of stuff. So it's this is an indie group, a bunch of people doing this in their spare time. So it's not not like we're gonna roll out 100 servers and have a huge team of people and charge $50 for the thing.
Gotcha. So then that answers the subscription fee. You're just kind of based it on small transactions.
What about collector's editions?
Can I get a CD of the soundtrack?
Can I have some sort of map that would be cloth? Can I have that?
I've got some old rags that I could give you. They have stains on them that appear to be...
Well, you write the name of the zone on it. That's all I need.
Yes. Yes, I can promise that to you right now.
Okay, so do you guys know the size of the download yet, or is that...
No, that's coming. I'm doing a lot of... you're kind of building the world first and seeing how it runs, and then trimming it down, and then, at some point I'll have to try to shrink it as small as I can. But
how are you said a little bit before about the touchscreen component of it. How are you tackling the touchscreen only, no input on the iPod Touch, iPhone? How are you implementing the touch controls? So you basically have the cameras behind your character. And if you look in the video, you can kind of see how it works. At that dangerlands.com, there are a few videos showing some early testing. And basically, you see an open spot of ground and you touch it, and your guy runs over to it, and then you touch somewhere else and runs over to that. So it's basically click to move, but you use your finger. And there's a little bit of options. You can look up and down a little bit, and then you select a target, and you have a weapon button, and you hold down that weapon button, it kind of charges up your attack, and then when you let go, it goes off. There'll be a little interface for doing your inventory. There's a video that shows that. But right now the interface is a little rough.
Cool.
Very cool.
Jason, when he's answering your question, it's important to reply at the end.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the video right now.
This is how a conversation works.
Oh, this is how people talk. So are there different... I'm looking at some of the different touchscreen options, with your weapon, sword, or a bow. Are there different classes? Yeah, so it's kind of a skill-based game, so you can customize whatever skills you want, but they're preset. If you want to be a knight, you might arrange your skills in a certain way, but if you want to be a wizard who uses swords, you can do that too. So there's magic in the game? Yeah.
Cool.
So I think in the first release, there's going to be, for magic, it's going to be kind of nuking kind of spells and healing spells. And then, a whole bunch of different weapons. Well, okay, just tell me, between you and me, what's the class to pick here? What's the overpowered class
that I can...
Yeah. Well, I haven't figured that one out yet, because we haven't actually played it. I will leave you with a couple of tidbits. There's a couple of skills that I haven't seen in any other game, which I think will be really helpful for PvP. And when you see them, especially this one skill, you're going to be like, damn, why has no one ever done this before?
I'm excited.
Okay, give me a
teaser.
Yeah, you're kind of a tramp there, Todd.
He's not giving it up. Cock tease. I gotta clear it with the corporate before I can tell you about that. You're right.
Damn marketing, I know.
Let me ask. I gotta ask one favor.
I don't want to be one of those guys who promises all this kind of stuff off the top of his head, and then
it can't happen. Yeah, I know what you mean.
I want you to make me one promise: is after this launches here and the different classes kind of play out a little bit, I want you to come in and nerf everything.
Just knock it down.
Just say every class is getting nerfed. Everything's going down.
Except for the class that I'm playing.
Right,
and then tell me what class you're playing, and I'll play that class.
Let's see.
That's probably really what we got to do is just kind of watch what they're playing and play that, because they're not going to dick around with that class. No. It's all skill based, so you choose which skills you like. If you want to then I'm screwed. I'm not going to do well at this game.
Right.
Well, I was thinking about one of the nice things is you can't have a game that's where you play for 20 hours, right? Because your iPhone is going to die.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it forces you to play in small chunks.
Yeah, you got maybe 30 minutes or so between everything you do all day and...
Well, no, if I'm at work, I can just sit at my desk and play for hours.
Right, because why would you be working?
Oh. Well,
Yeah, that is one of the goals is to have it so that it's the same world, and so people are in the same world playing on their iPod or on their computer. So you don't have to have, like if I go on the road, I can just keep playing, and I don't have to, play on a different server or something.
Cool. That's nifty.
Yeah. What else you got?
Let's see. Kenda had some other questions here. He wants to know, are you going to do anything about gold spammers, queues, server crashes, other MMO launch problems?
Oh, they hope so.
I know. We're hoping to have lots of server crashes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And,
that'd be your wet dream.
And are those even problems for like an iPod app market?
Probably not, I would say.
Yeah, it's I've never seen a lot of iPhone multiplaying games.
No.
So I don't know how well those work. I've seen a few videos of iPhone MMOs supposedly coming out, but one of them looks like it's text-based. There's no, you don't have a character walking around. You just, get sort of told you're in a room with other people and there's monsters.
The only one I've ever really played online is Uno, so I just can't really compare. But it worked fine. There wasn't gold spammers. I didn't have any queues.
Did it crash?
I don't remember. But I do know some of the other MMO launch problems is, they cut some of, they deleted some of the cards because they didn't think they'd get them in time for development. But they promised to add them later. We're gonna agree.
The wild where you have to draw 4 could not make it in for launch.
Well, it wasn't up to level of polish as the skip cards. So they're going to add those later.
Reverse is coming.
Reverse is so overpowered in that game.
And every time I played that game, I wound up hating everyone. It was like, pisses everyone off.
I'm not allowed to play Uno because I get violent, like physically violent, if I don't win.
You have problems.
I do.
Because Uno is all luck.
I destroyed a guy's hat once.
There's like no skill in Uno.
You got to know when to hold it and when to play that draw.
It's Uno. I mean, it's a serious game.
The best way to play Uno is on Xbox Live. So you can see everyone on their camera.
And you can see all their penises.
Yeah, and
I love seeing everyone's penis.
And
Uno.
And to quote Giant Bomb, you see Canadians do drugs. And I've seen that people are just smoking weed and blowing it at the camera.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's so stupid.
Jackasses.
It's great.
Yeah, come on, please.
You'll see the chick log in and she'll just be wearing her sunglasses and looking at the camera, and then she'd leave when no one makes comments about her.
She's wearing her sunglasses in her house?
Yeah, apparently it was very bright in there.
Might be a vampire.
Might have lit. Yeah.
She lit it professionally, and then she's like, these lights are way too bright.
Yeah. Why am I hanging out in the glamour shots? Boy, this is ridiculous. I've been on break from glamour shots.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah. Might have been. No one asked her, and she got mad and left.
Well, maybe her break was over.
Maybe.
And she was mad because her break was over.
Yeah.
You'd be mad if you had to go back to work at Glamour Shots, too.
Oh, yeah. I didn't finish my Uno.
You're not wrapping up Uno game in 15 minutes.
We got, what's your target demographic?
By people who, can I answer and say people who own iPods?
I think you nailed it on the head.
Awesome.
Well, Dave is, he's kind of the main guy behind it, and he, kind of like how I started with EverQuest, and that's kind of what I compare everything to. He started with AC, whatever that one is, Asheron's Call, and so it's kind of old school MMO, and so that's what his design influence is mostly.
Okay.
So I think it'll appeal to more old school people who now own iPhones.
And what's the ESRB rating on this?
Let's see, cartoon violence. So yes, R.
And
is there any world chat?
Yeah, the chat is tough, right? Because you have iPhone, which is not really good for chatting.
Put it up to me and talk to people?
Well, apparently they have a limit of for conference call. You can only do about 3 people.
Oh, that wouldn't be good.
Yeah, so the chat system we're thinking about is actually something that was inspired by a Toontown Online, which is it's a bunch of kids, so they want to prevent the creepy old people from logging in and chatting.
Like Jason,
with kids.
Right?
Yeah, so all you have is a list of options. So you have a list of verbs and then nouns. And so what I said is, hey, why don't we put in kind of common phrases and then put in locations?
Okay.
So in the map, I don't know if you played EverQuest, but everyone kind of came up with names for all the hot locations, like, Orc Hill and Camp One, the Crossroads, these kind of things. So
Yeah.
I put in the map, I put in a bunch of unique locations, and then we'll give them names and then pre-program it. So you might have a chat window that the first box you choose, the words meet at, and then the second box you choose Shroom Alley or, the Big Rock or whatever, the locations are.
Yeah.
So that way you kind of tell people quickly, but still have a little bit of control over what you're saying. And if you're on a PC, then of course you can chat, with your keyboard, but really focusing on how to make it work on the iPod.
I have one more important question for you.
Yes.
Kendo wants to know boxers or briefs. Apparently it's a personal question.
Yeah, well, it kind of depends on the season.
You live in California. What kind of season is there?
Well, when you're talking about boxers or briefs, season's always hot.
So plus you have to worry about CHI, so man, really, boxers are the way to go.
What's CHI?
I'll let you Google that.
I don't know if I should. I'm going to get a virus.
No.
Is this like that other thing that you guys told me to Google where
No,
disgusting?
don't even say that. It had to do with some of the ion, the mobs in some of the areas. It was the Dukaki mobs.
Anyway.
Yeah.
No, CHI is safe relatively safe.
Okay.
That's why it's the same reason you don't wear corduroys.
Because they're tacky? So I'm not a hippie?
If you run, you'll catch on fire.
Because I work in a library and it's prohibited. It's weird.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
if you want more info, there is a big long thread going on the Touch Arcade forum, and we'll put a link to that up. And so Dave's been answering lots of questions about it. And I've been making articles on multiplaying, so you can read those, see what making the zone is all about. And once I get all the lighting done, the zone's looking really pretty. And I'll put some more screenshots up. Basically, you start with the big stuff, like the trees and the buildings, and then you start adding rocks and small plants and then the special lights. And now, once I started adding all this little stuff, it's really starting to come alive. So I can't wait for you guys to test it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Cool.
So sweet.
Recently, on Multiplaying,
What I am about to show you next may shock and educate you.
What's been going on Multiplaying?
Maeve posted an article, Grind 'em Till You Find 'em, about Ion, and did any of you read that?
I did.
You did!
Yeah, I read all of them.
That's awesome. The issue was kind of coming up recently. People are starting to hit that grind. Some people hit it early, the people who really went ahead with the leveling, of course, but the average people now are starting to hit the grind, and so it's becoming an issue. Is Ion too grindy? Blah, blah, blah. There's all these, posts everywhere, all over. And, you read it? Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, I guess for me, the grind, I don't mind so much because the game mechanics are kind of fun. And I think a grind is only really bad if the mechanics are boring. There's no good place to go and find groups and hunt. And of course, I'm not there yet. I'm still 21. But in one of the threads about that, I said basically, the grinding, basically the game's promoting socialization because you got to find other people to hunt with. And that's what I want out of a multiplayer game. Mm-hmm. If the game is all about doing quests over and over or individually, it's more of a solo kind of experience because no one's at the same spot in the quest as you.
Yeah,
right?
I kind of noticed like a lot of people were saying, they're running out of quests. Oh no, I need more quests. I'm like, I can't wait to get out of these quests. I don't like quests. I want to find a dungeon area. I want to find a Mithra's tomb or a Dead Mines or something like that so I could get a group of my friends together and crawl through it repeatedly. Like I would rather do that, and maybe give me two options of things like I liked crawl. I thought crawl was like a blast, but where I'm at now, I'm at 23. I'm beyond crawl, but I'm not up to anything else yet. And so now I don't want to do quests. I'm not up to anything, that I could crawl through with people, and I'm just kind of like, blah, how do I get to the next step? I have to grind out a level or two. So that's a little frustrating for me.
You have to grind out to 25 so you get the training grounds.
Yes. Yeah. Caden's Mine and Training Grounds I hear is next, but I'm a level and above short right now.
I don't mind the grind. I don't mind. I kind of like the quests, so I kind of mix them up. Like if I have a quest in an area, I'll do the quest, and I might kill 20 or 30 more mobs on top of that. and then kind of go to the next quest area. And I kind of grind and quest all at the same time. So I haven't noticed any issues. I'm okay with it.
That's not a bad idea.
Are you usually killing stuff alone or with other people?
Usually alone, depending on, I get on a weird time sometimes after my son goes to bed, so it's tough to get in a group, not knowing. So I usually do it solo for the most part.
Yeah.
But being a Templar on our guild, or on our server, they seem to be in good demand, so I get whispers all the time.
Mm-hmm. That's good. Yeah.
Popular.
It's too bad they don't have bonuses for being in a group.
Yeah, you think no matter, seeming how they've taken a lot of from the way Dark Age seem to do things, that they would have added that or a camping bonus or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I seem to get a lot of tells too as a chanter to people who want to do training grounds or things. But I think people are overthinking it. I just get on and play, and I have a lot of different options in this game, and I just do something, and it's fun to me. So the combat's engaging, and the quests have decent storylines, and the crafting is okay to me. So I don't know. I've been reading all these articles and everything and people's opinions, and that's great and all. Just I don't think that much about it. I just get on and play.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I don't really pay attention to how my level is doing or how close I am. I just play.
The only reason why I pay attention is because I notice I'm like the last one in the guild right now.
You're still ahead of me.
That's true. That's true. I usually don't play when you're on, though. So, like, when I'm on, I'm the last one in the guild.
I do have to add that crafting, though, to me is a grind. But I do like
started that.
That
looks terrible.
I do the same thing. It's in the article. I put the laptop next to me. I go to Hulu, and I'll spend 2 hours just grinding away and doing it and watching something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? But to be fair, I did that in DOC. Got up to, legendary Taylor, and all you did was push one button over and over again. I mean, at least this one you can just hit make all, right?
Yes.
Yeah, crafting, well, for me, it's never been engaging in any game
except
for Star Wars Galaxies.
Yeah, I mean, I do the same thing. I get all the ingredients, I hit craft all, and I go take a dump or something. So, yeah, when I make you something, I want you to think of that.
Yeah, I'm an alchemist. We're drinking potions.
It's concocting something.
Check your mailbox, Winnan.
We should move on. This is going bad places. Slim's wrote an interesting piece. I shouldn't cover it since he's not even on the show. We don't have to suck up to him at all, but
God, that guy's going.
He's just such an anchor. Which TV show is your guild like? This was kind of I don't know, I thought it was clever. There's the A-Team Guild, the military style with a bit of silliness. Shit gets done every night, and you have laughs while you take care of business. The other type of guild is the Saved by the Bell, the cheesy goofballs with the occasional touch of drama. Life lessons are learned, and everybody makes fun of Screech in the group. There's the Dallas Guild, the non-stop drama and backstabbing. Oh my god, you hear what happened with Dude last night. There's the Unit, dead serious military attitude. You fuck up at 8 and you're out of the gang. Stop laughing. This is serious. And then there's the Seinfeld Guild, the guild about nothing. You have fun, but nothing really gets done. So it's kind of just a for fun article. I thought it was kind of cute. And I don't know. What are we? I don't know. I think we're kind of between Saved by the Bell and Seinfeld.
Ralph.
Yeah.
Like
we're Alf.
We're from Melmac. And we eat cats.
Cat juice.
Yeah. I can go with that.
Gross.
I would say more like Seinfeld, probably. Just, stuff might get done. Stuff happens.
But nothing of substance.
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah.
Naked romping through the PvP areas. That's pretty.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, through my MMO career, I think I've been in almost every type of guild here except for the Unit Guild.
You've never been in the dead serious?
No, and that wasn't for me, so I wouldn't even bother.
Yeah, no, I don't need that.
Me neither.
I was in a drama guild that was trying to become one of those Unit guilds, and I quit because it was no fun.
What game was that?
It was EverQuest.
Oh.
It was kind of a family guild, sort of fun, family, get stuff done though. And then they tried to change it. It caused lots of drama.
Gotcha. I was afraid you were going to say it was war with you idiot. Site of the week, Ionic Thoughts. Check that out. Links up on Multiplaying and...
You talk about Peggle?
Yeah, Ionic Thoughts talks about Peggle. Jason. Check that out. He's got a excellent blog, and if you're in Ion, you're probably reading it already. And let's see. Hey, all right. Will you get me one too? Yeah, you will. A Dunkel. So how's it going, Kurt?
It's going good.
Going good. You're doing good.
Is being in the guild what you thought it was going to be?
Yes, it's perfect.
Oh,
just
cool.
the kind of atmosphere I was looking for.
A lot of nothing.
Oh, a little bit of nothing, a little bit of something.
Yeah.
How did you find us again? I can never remember.
I found you actually just doing a search, like a Google search, and it popped up into the Ion forums.
Searching for douchebags or what?
Then I followed the forum link to the website, and then I'm like, wow, these guys have a podcast too, because I'm pretty much a podcast addict. So I was like, oh, excellent. So I checked out the podcast. I'm like, oh, this is perfect.
Yeah, if we are pretty much the podcast. It's just we hit record and I tried to do an outline.
Someone on the forum said they were in Vent the other night, and it took them a while to realize they weren't listening to a podcast. That they could actually chime in.
That was me, actually. I'm online. I'm listening. Just all your voices are so familiar, and I'm like, this is just so strange.
The sad thing is that the editing quality of the live was just as good as the recorded.
Hey.
I mean, the good thing.
Yeah. What are you looking at Rad Dude for? What is that? What are you looking at?
Destructoid. He's it's I don't know. It's a picture about people taking games seriously. I don't know. I want to know where they found that picture though.
That is pretty cool.
Looking to see if there's a raddude.com. And there is.
What is Rad Dude?
It looks like it's something that was created and really doesn't do anything. It looks like a company that makes databases. Because that's what you want to call it.
They don't make websites because that looks like ass.
Rad Dude Inc. I don't think I doubt this company's even in business anymore. There's a phone number here. I'm tempted to call it to see what the hell happens.
Let's Skype them. Let's call them on Skype.
Yeah, let's do a conference call. Is Mr. Dude there? Can Mr. Dude come to the phone?
Do you mind if I call you Rad?
Yeah.
I feel like I could call you Rad.
How old's your daughter?
Jason's new creepy thing lately.
Yeah, okay,
is talking about everyone's daughter.
Okay, no, wait. Let's preface that. I was sitting there thinking, what could be the creepiest thing you could say in Vent to a guildie? So Slurm and I talked about it.
Slurms was on.
Yeah, so I ran it by Slurm, and I'm like, okay, don't get mad at me. But I'm just trying to think, what's the creepiest thing I could say? And, would it be if I was to tell you when you go say, oh, I gotta put my daughter to bed, like, tell her I said hi. So it's always... I feel like an asshole even saying that. That thought thing through my head.
It's like that site that Carr put up on the web for the creepy pumpkins.
Oh, I don't click on any links that Carr puts up. I'm sorry. I'm unaware of what this is.
I don't want viruses.
The pumpkins are pretty good, but the guy
rubber
had
for your computer.
What?
You need a rubber for your computer. Click on it, Carr. All right, go ahead.
So he put up a legitimate site, you're saying?
Yeah. It's pumpkins that have been carved that look really disturbing and creepy. But one of the pictures in there, it shows a guy in a creepy clown suit sitting in the back of a van, pretty much like Jason. I imagine him on Halloween.
Hey, dude.
That last comment about the daughters.
Yeah,
but that wasn't real. That was just like, what's the creepiest thing I could say? I don't really want him to tell his daughter that I said hello.
Hopefully this guy's not actually dressing in a clown suit sitting in the back of a van with candy at Halloween. But
Halloween is great.
I love Halloween. Anyway, I think we started the Ion segment. So,
oh yeah,
what'd you do this week, Jay?
In Ion?
Yeah.
I leveled some in the Abyss in some of the areas.
I won't go there. I hear it's great. Is it great?
It's pretty cool, except fortresses are just destroying my machine. It's really bumming me out. And I
heard, and I'll post a link to it. I heard that they can damage your graphics card if you have the NVIDIA 800 series.
And I do.
Do I?
Yeah, you do.
Ah, damn it.
Yeah. You mean any of the 8,000s?
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh,
What did I say?
yeah.
800? Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I don't know. Everything's been really cool. I've been in some skirmish battles. I got into some good fights with Hypnotic and Grok from the guild, and those were outside the fortress. So the 2 times I've gone to check out a fortress, I've gotten in there, and there's been battles going on, but it's just been a total slideshow. And
did you read that link I sent you about the 64-bit and the 32-bit? And blah,
yeah.
blah. And it made sense at the time, but
it was talking about how the Crisis Engine, it only accesses so much memory on higher machines. That's what it was talking about.
Yeah, it can only go up to 2 gig. On the, so for lower with the 32-bit machines, they're fine, but the 64-bit ones, there's like a crash basically that it's a bug. You can't get by it, and your whole system crashes.
Well, I didn't crash, but it went to a total slideshow for me, and there was people there in general talking about it, and then of course you had the idiots who just told them to buy a better machine. So I don't know.
No, you need to downgrade apparently.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, and I've heard from people who, because our machine's more midline. It's not that great. It's aging, but it's still on default. It kicks things up super high. So I knocked things down. I knocked resolution down. It was still the same. So I've been talking to some people who have really nice systems that say the same thing. When they get into a Fortress Siege with a lot of people, and I got there like right when they went from invulnerable to vulnerable, so there were tons of people waiting to storm it. So that might have something to do with it. It was just kind of disappointing that, I don't want to go back to war or something where it's all just keep sieges aren't even worth doing because you can't play them. So hoping that gets better. But I've been doing some of the repeatable quests out there in the Abyss, and that's a lot of fun. And it's really cool how you get Abyss points for killing mobs.
Yeah, but that's going to get old. I don't know. I want to go out there and kill people.
No, you do, but that was one of the big complaints that a lot of us, I think, Todd, me, and I know Haas had, was there wasn't a lot of stuff to do out in the.
Oh no! I like the I like the combination of it.
Yeah,
but
there's tons of PvE stuff to do out there, and quests to do out there that have to do with just PvEs, and that's really cool. So.
Well, yeah, I mean that way it gets people in the area, so there's a higher chance of running into a small group that you can fight, rather than war where
there's only one thing to do. Yeah.
Exactly, and that's what was happening. There was a bunch of us who were just kind of farming this area, doing some quests, and then as Asmos would come, and we'd all group up to fight them, and some of them we won, some of them we got steamrolled because a lot of higher levels came, but it was a lot more dynamic, a lot more fun that way.
Well, that sounds cool. See,
yeah,
I'm hoping, my hope is that will keep me engaged until they fix the fortress stuff, and then I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, in Camelot, I used to do a lot of my leveling out in the Frontier or in the, what were those playground areas, the battlegrounds.
Yeah, and I've been doing most of my leveling here in the Abyss. The questing, I've only gone back to do certain quests, but I've just gone to the Abyss to just fight, and because there's a more chance of something happening, there's a better chance, and that's fun to me. But other than that, we did the crawl night, just a goof off night to just get together as a guild because we haven't had a whole bunch of opportunities. People kind of spread across levels, and everyone's playing time being weird.
Yeah, we have to start off our first guild event too with something totally easy because we goof off and we don't pay attention, and it's more jokes than actual trying to do anything organized. And so, crawl was perfect to set that up for a first try.
Yeah, and surprisingly, a lot of people got quests done. So
yeah,
that was cool.
Yeah, I did actually.
Yeah, I did too, and it wasn't something I was going to go back to probably ever do. So that was cool. But yeah, we'll kick it up. We'll try to we've already had ideas for the next one, and ideally we'll do them probably every week or every other week to just get together, goof around, and have something challenging but not super focused, so we can just goof around in Ben or in chat and.
Is there a good mix of classes?
Yeah, we had an awesome setup. We had Shannon as a cleric. We had me and Slurm as channers. We had I think
we had Kurt.
Yeah, we had Kurt. He was a Templar. Maeve was a Templar.
Yeah.
Kara was a Spirit Master, and
Albatron was a Spirit Master. So we had DPS. We had tanks. We had healing. It was really good.
But yeah, I was afraid, like, as the night was going, like, I thought, well, maybe this was stupid. Like, maybe it was dumb to, like, go to crawl. Like, we're all over leveled and stuff. And, like, there was no kina, there was no drops other than people doing quest drops. And we also learned that you can't even get quest drops if you're in an alliance. So then, Slurms dropped out because we had 7 people. So Slurms dropped out so that, we could do a group. And then people started getting their quest stuff done. But people actually had the campaigns to do, and apparently you have to do those. Like, you have to do your campaign quests. So, like, like by 50, right? You're supposed to have them all done.
To get your level 50 wings, I think you need to finish them all.
So you had to go back and do it anyway. So it was like a good thing.
No, it was good for me. I need to finish up those. And then, like, we joked around that once you're like 25, 26, you don't want to go back to crawl and look for a group, you know?
Yeah, we said it was like the dude going back to high school and just hanging out.
It's like Billy Madison showing up in the Camaro and the high tops.
Yeah, we're playing Billy Squire Stroke. Yeah. Or Matthew McConaughey from Dazed and Confused. Hanging.
All right.
They stay the same age.
Ew.
Well, I think it was Sunday afternoon. I was just soloing. I wasn't in the mood to do anything. I got a whisper looking for a Templar for training grounds. I just hit 25, and I was like, wasn't even a bar into it. And I'm like, no, I'm just gonna quest. I don't know how long I'll be on. 10 minutes later, I got another whisper from the same person. Come on, we're really desperate. I'm like, no, I'm just questing. He's like, all right. 10 minutes later, I get another whisper. He's like, everyone in the guild, or everyone in the group will give you 10,000 kina if you just come and tank this for us. So then I figured they're really desperate. So I'm like, you know what? I'll go, and I won't take their money. They sound so desperate, I'll go. They can't give me crap, because I hate pugs. So they can't give me crap if they're that desperate.
Yeah.
So I get ready, I get over there, then I realize I can't get access to training grounds. You gotta do this whole quest line, which I hadn't done. So they're like, all right, go ahead and go do it. And they're explaining it to me and what you got to go and do next and everything like that. And we finally get in there. Like, it took like 45 minutes to an hour just for me to finish these quests. I get in there and we start pulling stuff. And the guy who kept trying to recruit me is like, do you have the inescapable judgment? And I'm like, no, I don't have that skill. He's like, you don't have that skill? Do you go to the trainer? He starts yelling at me like I'm a noob, total noob. He's like, I can't believe you must not have bought it. And when you go to the trainer to buy your skills, they're not, like, you can't tell what you already have, what you don't have, what you need. Like, you can't pick, I need these. So you have to go through each one, say, have it up to high level, have it. So for the Templar and the Gladiator, they're all mixed up. So I'm like, oh my God, did I really screw up and not get that? I'm thinking, oh boy. So actually at one point we wiped. And they're like, okay, go learn your skills, noob. And they tell me to go back and learn it.
They actually called you a noob?
Not quite like that. But they're like, go learn all your skills. I'm like, all right, I'll go do that. I'm like, I must have missed it. And I'm like, no, I went through there pretty diligently. So then I go and check. And of course, it's a stigma. So I'm like, guys, it's a stigma. And like, oh, okay. Well, then come on back. You don't need that. So that was the whole story of trying to go get that.
Did they say sorry for being such D-bags to you?
They did.
Oh, okay.
All right, well, good.
They were pretty good, actually. They were, but it was, it's just like, hello. So that was my.
Let me ask you, at what point did
people try to tell me how to play my class?
Well, at one point, I almost said, you know what, I'm done. I don't need this. I didn't want to come along anyhow, and here I am getting this
just
crap.
Just give me my 10,000.
Yeah, you're like, you know what? I will take that money.
And I usually don't pug, but you know what? They were so desperate that they couldn't give me too much crap, and they still gave me crap.
Yeah, you got a bunch of crap.
And that's exactly why. If I was in that position, I would have probably done it, but I think I would have done the same thing. I would have said, no, I don't want that money, because that just sets you up to be ridiculed by people at the first time you fuck up.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, hey, we're paying you to do this.
Yeah, and then you just feel like a whore.
Yeah, you're kind of a whore.
Hey, your money's on the table, bitch.
But then I did go and I did.
It's up an idea, right? You can become like an Ion Pimp, right? Like, hey, you guys need a tank for that group? I know, I got someone I can send you.
You need platform shoes with fish in them.
It'd be better than getting gold spam.
Well, yeah, if you got pimp rolling through, that'd be awesome.
Get the big hat.
I would equip. Yeah, I would equip a pimp hat.
You know, the Rangers pretty much look pimp already because they're wearing all lavender and they got that big collar.
There's a lot of purple in this game.
Yeah, this game is purple heavy.
Yeah, I've been trying to get. I'm 21. I've been trying to kind of clear out all the tier 1 or 2, whatever it is stuff. So yeah, I still have some quests in crawl. Still trying to get my ether gathering up to 100. But I hit 75, so I guess I can move on. I think they have some lower nodes in the next area. But the best thing I did, though, was I started doing the quests in the next area, L10, or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
And there's one where they teleport you into enemy territory.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That was fun. I swooped down and managed to get 2 kills before they all ganged up on me.
That's sweet. I flew like down into the middle of the city like an idiot. I was dead before anybody even rendered.
Yeah, same happened to me. And that was back when the game was pretty new and I hadn't been in beta a whole lot. I thought when you only saw question marks on the enemy that they were way above me. I didn't think it was like DOC where you couldn't really tell their levels. And I just basically let them all pound on me. Because I'm like, I'm not going to die. And then a couple seconds went by and I'm like, hey, I have a chance here. And by that time it was way too late.
Yeah.
Wah, wah.
Yeah, well.
Sucked.
Well, I made a reference to the latest patch. Yesterday, I went into Poeta to check out 1.5.0.11. Yeah, that's really the patch. And it was a patch to thwart spammers. They all the chat channels have now have a level 10 restriction, both to join and participate. Whispering has a level 10 restriction. Players can receive whispers but cannot respond to them below level 10. Players cannot send in-game mail until level 10. You can still receive in-game mail, but you cannot search for who in-game until level 10. And you're limited to how much game mail you can send per hour. All of these, I was like, okay, at 5, when they put these restrictions on level 5, I was like, well, okay, maybe this is like a temporary fix until they get the whole spammer thing under control, because it was really rampant and out of control. But now they moved it up to 10, and I went in there with a lobby alt into Poeta, which is the Elios side newbie area. And it was like dead silent. There was no region chat. There was no one helping or requesting anything. You know, usually there's lots of Tutty and Cube references flying all over and people, getting others to join their guild and just, helping in general. And it was dead silent. There was nobody talking because you can't talk until you're 10. And once you're 10, why are you there? So it was just odd. It was like playing a solo play game almost. Like, you saw other people running around, but there was no communication really. They were just trying to get out of there, level through it. And
sounds like Camp Age of Conan.
Yeah, and I was like, well, this sucks. It was like drudgery. Like it really was like grind through this, and which is a shame because Poeta. I was talking to Slurm last night. I'm like, Poeta is one of the most beautiful noob zones I've ever seen. It's like very well designed. It's fun. It's just it's actually enjoyable just to quest through it, and this really took a lot out of it. I thought, but because I like the social aspect of an MMO, and that's something now I feel like is missing, and it's a terrible introduction to the game. And then the real kicker was then, when I switched over to my character and I went up to Elton and Forest, there's the stupid lady and, she's sitting in the middle of the, area where you're teleported in, and she's got her shop up, and right above her head is the website and how much they're charging for Kina. And she had been there for 2 days, and it's like, well, why are they, broadly punishing everybody, anyone, who's trying to create a character, and yet this person's here for 2 days? Like, why? It seems like they're just hiding the problem instead of fixing it.
Yeah.
So I'm annoyed. I don't like this patch at all. Anybody?
No, it's kind of, the whole point of having those channels is so you can get into the game and figure out which class you want to go to. Because, I used to, when I was trying to figure out which class I wanted, I'd chat with the higher level people. Yeah. What's good about the ranger? What's good about the assassin? Now you can't do that.
Well, I couldn't even send a tell off to my guild to get an invite.
Yeah.
Seems like way more punishment to everybody. You're hurting your fan base for these small people, and it's so weird because the interventions they were doing right before with the gold spam blocking and a level 5 not so much, but it seemed like they were making a little bit of progress towards it. This seems like an overreaction to it. There's a better way to do it than this.
Yeah, this is just annoying.
Yeah, this is gonna. I can really see this. As soon as I saw those notes, I'm like, oh shit! I can see some people saying, I'm done because of this.
Well, I'm not quitting. 'Cause, I mean, it's just
I know.
just level 10, but I mean, it's not long, but it's probably like 2 play sessions. I mean, 2 casual play
I want to get
sessions.
my guild if I'm going to make an all.
Exactly. I mean, I don't think we would have be all about this game because that beta weekend when we first all like tried out Ion to see if we wanted to come to it, then we were all running around Poeta like goofballs, sending PMs and hooing each other to catch up with each other because before you create your guild, that's the only way you can communicate. So, it was a blast, like running around and like, oh, so-and-so's on, because you just start getting tells from, your friends and stuff all of a sudden. And yeah, I don't know if we would have enjoyed that weekend because it takes a while to get out of Poeta when you first start.
The other thing is that, it doesn't fix anything. It just makes the spammers take longer to get to the point where they can spam you, but they're still going to do it.
Yeah, well, yeah, mostly it just seems to hide the problem until you got up to level 10, and then you get out into, the next area, and then you're like, oh, look at all this.
Dangerlands, one of the chat options is going to be gold spamming, so you can automate your spamming.
See what we'll do here so that your venture is more successful is I will come on there and start spamming gold to people. And then people are like, hey, this obviously is a game worth playing.
Yeah. Actually, you can buy the gold from us, so we're going to be spamming.
Yeah, you guys should do that. That would be ingenious. You make your own gold spammers, and you guys are just kicking ass in money because you're just making money. You're just typing in digits and making money. Doesn't that make you wonder if at an MMO, if some rogue employee has sold gold, to people and set up his own thing, and because he makes gold, he doesn't have to farm it or anything.
Yeah, he's just typing in digits.
Oh, I bet that's happened. Oh God, I wish I was that guy.
Like Brewster's Millions. That's where you should remake Brewster's Millions. No, not Brewster's. What's the one? Superman.
Oh, where he takes the penny. Yeah, the half penny from all of the paychecks.
Remake that for modern day kids. So it's all
what are you guys talking about?
Superman.
Remember Richard Pryor?
Oh, so you guys talking about Superman 3?
I don't know.
Yeah, he sets up the computer to take all the half cents and round it off.
Yeah, that was a horrible movie.
They did the same thing in a recent movie too. Oh, Office Space.
Office Space, yep.
Yeah, they did the same thing in Office Space. Modern reference there. There you go.
Lex Luthor he's standing up in his penthouse saying, whoever figured out how to do this is a mastermind. There's no way we'll ever catch him unless he somehow manages to slip up. And then he's looking down, and this Ferrari comes squealing into the parking lot. Like, get that guy. Come up here.
I didn't think we'd have a Superman 3 reference in this podcast.
Never.
If you ask me to name 1,000 things you think might be referenced in this podcast, Superman 3 would not have been on that list at all. Brewster's Millions might have been. And I would have been right. The tremendous Richard Pryor John Candy vehicle from 1985. And the reason I remember it's from 1985 is I went to a feature at a drive-in to see Back to the Future and Brewster's Millions. Guess which one I was pleased with?
Oh, wow.
It was Back to the Future.
So we're done with this patch, huh?
Yeah, I think that covers.
See, this is the region chat you're not hearing now in Poeta. Maybe I need to.
Oh, there we go. There's our next event. We all go with our high-level characters, go back to Poeta, and start doing this in chat. So
we could. We could go back and create the atmosphere and people will be flying out of there.
No one would be able to talk back to us.
That's true. They can't even whisper us.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? Nothing, because you're under level 10.
Does that mean? Oh, I didn't. Can I send tells to people? They can't respond.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna dick with so many people. If you don't suck, tell me. Tell me so. If you're not gay, just tell me.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, but just tell me if you're not.
This is gonna be awesome. Okay. Oh, yeah, we could have our Halloween party there because we could all get naked and run around and act like idiots, and we won't get all those tells of people being, you should be ashamed of yourself, like we did when WoW. Oh, you're a disgrace to the community. We won't get that this time, see?
Yeah.
This is great. We have a place to hang out.
It's going to be awesome.
We can be as dysfunctional as possible.
Those poor bastards in Poeta. I feel bad for them.
Unless you guys have anything else to say about the Poeta. Apparently not.
No, but I've been reading Rad Dude.
Shut up, Rad Dude. Shut up.
There's a cool dude's homepage too. If you want to go check that one out next. Cool dude.
Damn you!
It's Rad Dude, cool dude.
Cool Dude is a HVAC heating and cooling system place.
Yeah, that would be cool. No, Cool Dudes looks like an ad page.
It says
just cool dude, not cool dudes.
It says it's email service for the elite surfer.
Ooh.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, it looks
God,
so
look.
retarded. It looks like ass.
Oh God, what a piece of shit.
Look at the lines to break everything up.
I like last updated recently. They don't want to tell you what. Oh no, it says here 97, 98, 99, 2000, 2001. I have some buttons here. I can check magazines and stocks and weather. This looks like Prodigy.
What weather does it send you to?
Send me to NASDAQ. Oh shit! Hold on, I lost. Hold on, listener. Dude.
There's no listener.
Look at that! Look at that! Just that weather.
Oh my God! What is that? There's like lightning everywhere.
It goes crack, crack, crack. Oh.
It's like bad GIF.
Well, I gotta look at that again. Yeah. Light it down. And it just gives a shitty list of different weather channel, weather cams,
That's
all
the
that.
worst website I've seen in years.
This one was last updated February 11, 2000.
That's bad weather.
If you want to know the pressure in Branson, Missouri, this site's got you covered. Cooldude.com/weather.htm. You want to know that? It's 29.21, just to let you know. You can't wait.
Did anyone play TF2 last week?
I didn't get to.
Played a little bit.
Yeah, cool. How'd it go?
It was pretty good. I think I got on right after Slow was getting off.
Hot.
Hot. Oh, damn it, I was say hot.
I said hot first. Did you use voice chat for that, or?
Should have thought that one through before I said it.
Text. It's kind of hard to do text.
Yeah.
So it was still TF2, right?
Yeah.
Still there.
All right, fantastic.
Fantastic. Our next TF2 night is October 26th, where we may or may not join you, but you can join our Steam group at steamcommunity.com/groups/multiplayingnet. We would like some tips and suggestions to be sent in for Team Fortress 2. One suggestion would probably be to start playing it.
Yeah, that's recommended.
Yeah.
I want suggestions on hats. What hats are fashionable? What should I be wearing?
No hats drop, ever.
What should I be not caught dead in? Come on, tell me what's what with hats?
I never seem to get any drops except for the sniper, which I don't really play.
Did you get the jar of piss yet?
Not yet.
I want that jar of piss so bad.
What?
Oh, I think I did get it actually.
The snipers get a jar of piss that they can throw on people, and it makes
Gross.
it makes whoever shoots them gets crits. Yeah, it pisses them off, and it's 100% crits on anyone who shoots them for so many seconds. But I want that jar of piss so bad.
That is really gross.
I can feel it.
All right.
I think the special edition comes with one of those.
Listener feedback.
We have none.
So.
Well, that killed it, didn't it?
Yeah.
You guys were like 3 hours done talking.
We mined that, I think, about as much as we could.
All right.
Well, gentlemen, no point in hanging around this dump any longer.
Wait! Where are you going? I was going to make espresso.
Show's over, folks.
You can't go! All the plants are going to die.
Take off, eh?
Thanks for listening to Multiplaying, the companion podcast at multiplaying.net. Questions, comments, feedback, errors, etc. can be sent to multiplaying@gmail.com. We invite you to write a review on iTunes and visit our website at www.multiplaying.net.
We've made a lot of friends, shared a lot of laughs, often at the expense of others.
I think some people are going to be upset.
Let me just close this conversation by saying you are one unique individual.
Thank you and good night.
Multiplaying is a member of the Dead Workers Party Network. You can listen to this and many other fine podcasts at www.deadworkers.com/network.